So let's start laying out the kind of basic foundations. I'm going to do this out of just the normal plain untextured walls to begin with, and then I'm going to add the textured walls afterwards to kind of give the castle a little bit more realism to it and make it look a bit nicer and fit into the landscape. So we'll start with our towers. This might not even end up being a bloody time lapse, so it might all be for nothing, but we will see. So, towers going down. Again, space to rotate things if you are not sure. Awesome, so there's the kind of basis of our tower. We'll get the normal walls. We'll not stick them in the middle of nowhere, and we'll make our little tower like that. We'll probably end up destroying those walls because we'll have a path going through them, which will hopefully look kind of cool. Right, now we want an edge without texture and the bottom trim. There we are. So we're going to put this, I think we're going to make these towers about 8 tall. So there we go. Awesome. We'll do that on all 4 corners. Spin this one round and again. 8 tall and 8. Wow, there's them rushing. See? Not good to rush. There we go, 8 tall on each side. We'll go back to the standard wall again and build up to only 7 tall this time, I think. I'm going to do it like that. There we go. Spin ourselves around so we can see what we're doing. And take it up to 7. There we go. Wow, it looks very bland without any textured pieces, but don't worry, it's going to look freaking awesome once it's done. Okay, so let's put the rest of the layout down. We're gonna, yep, we are gonna have that wall there, but let's build this one first. We'll have this come all the way across to the tower on the other side. Now this tower, I'm just going to build the bottom of it because what I want to do with it is actually have it like a destroyed kind of tower, as if the castle has come under attack, and then that's where I want the roller coaster to be going through the broken parts of the tower, which I think will look kind of really cool. So also what I want to do is have a 2 wide bit so we can have paths and queue lines going through the inside of the castle itself. So let's do this edge over here, and obviously we will have a moat around the edge, and I've got a really cool idea of sticking a pirate ship kind of in or next to the moat near the castle, so it kind of looks a little bit like a castle that potentially been under siege by a pirate ship, had a corner blown off by the cannons, and then has some kind of wicked roller coaster flying through it. That's my grand vision. If it actually looks like that, I'll be very impressed. If it doesn't, I won't be surprised. Okay, let's have some corner turrets here. I want to try and leave space for a ride inside as well. Just a normal flat ride, maybe the swinging chairs or something like that, I think would fit quite nicely inside of here. So again, we want to go back to these untextured cornered circular bits. Now this should be enough space for the swinging chair ride if I've done my calculations correctly. If not, there's not enough space and I've done my calculations incorrectly, but we'll see. Actually, we'll see now. I think that looks about right. Because obviously it's this space here, and then we'll have to sort out where the queue line entrances and exits go. Where's the swinging chairs? There it is. Bam! That fits perfectly. Okay, cool. In terms of the queue line entrance and exit, it might be a bit interesting fitting it in. We might have to put it like here and have an exit, or well, we'll figure it out. We could always add an extra little bit here and bring the tower one further this side, and what that would do is it would allow the entrance and exit to be placed down the side instead of in front of the ride, which, ooh, I'm kind of tempted to do now, because I think that would look cool instead of dragging it out one, because I need the space over here for the roller coaster, but then it looks so decent. Decisions. You know what? I'm going to leave it as it is there, and then I'm going to have to play around with it and figure it out when it comes to it. I have a little idea. We'll leave the castle this size, and I'll count. Whoa! And magically the castle has disappeared. I'm a magician and I never knew it. Right, okay, let's go back down to walls, and let's continue building this footprint for our castle. Let's get rid of A out of the search term, because otherwise we're not going to actually be able to find anything. There we go, walls bottom. So we want this to come out so far, probably about that far actually. There we go, that will do nicely. We want quite a large area over here. We can have some shops as well. See if we can find anything that looks remotely piratey and stick that down there. So we want this other tower not aligned straight to this edge here. Gonna want it probably about here. That looks about right. Yep. Okay. Cool. So we'll join these walls up. I'm actually going to leave that hole there. Actually, I was going to leave that one as well because we're going to end up having to get rid of it anyway. Okay, so bearing in mind we're going to have a moat coming into our castle, we need some positioning for it. So I think we're going to build this path up here and then have a drawbridge coming over here. So in this area here, on these two tiles, I think we're going to have a little entranceway. Now, because it's a castle, let's make this little entranceway look reasonably cool. So, again, untextured doors. We'll place two here. We'll place two here like this. What have I done wrong here? Oh, we need to get rid of those. Go back up and get our walls again. And build a little bit like this, because what I want to have is in this little kind of entranceway, I want to have an access to the pathways that are around the edge of the actual castle itself. Does that have the trim on the bottom? That's that one, isn't it? There we go. So like that, and then the path will be able to go around inside the castle, and I can put these doorways in here now. And probably it would be a good idea to actually put the path down as we're building this, because it might be quite difficult to put the path in later when we can't see anything. So if I just go ahead and build what I want the path to kind of look like, we can edit and tweak it later on. Another reason I did the round turrets like that is because it allows the path to actually be in. And obviously doorways have no effect on the path, and people will just casually walk through. They'll probably casually walk through this wall as well, because it is connected to a path, and I don't think they've programmed that into the AI yet. But it won't look too stupid, I hope, anyway. So this tower is actually almost complete. The only thing we need to do now is start thinking about, one, adding texture to it, and two, adding the second layer of walls around the top and finishing off this little entranceway. So what we want to do here is get a door again, but this time we want to go with a door without the trimmed bottom and add it in there. Now you might think, why? Actually, that would be totally true. What am I doing? It needs to go in here. Ta-da! Like so. There we go. We'll get this, we'll plonk that there. So now what we want to do is get some trimmed top pieces for our wall. Spin that around like that, put them on here. Yep, I'm pretty sure I've done that right. I'm looking at it, doubting myself, but I think it looks fine. There we go, we'll put these walls like this, bring that round to here. This is where we're going to have a little entranceway, so we won't put anything here quite yet, but we'll build these walls up to this other tower, not that high. I think too high is reasonable. It looks pretty good, so I think I'm going to stick with it and just go with it and hope for the best, really. So this is going to be a little entranceway, so what we're going to want to do is, let's find some windows, shall we? Get the windows, and we'll put windows in here and here so you can see through. Awesome. And then let's find some floors, and we'll start making this into a kind of little building. So thick floors here. You can also place these floors at like various intervals, which is kind of cool. For now, I'm not actually 100% sure where we want those intervals. Shall we use these roofs like this? There we go. That's the top. That's 5. So let's stick them on 5 because that looks decent. Lines up with the little turrets around the edge. And then let's get some of this thick wall roof even and put it just underneath and make that look a little bit more substantial, as if it kind of fits in. Cool. That looks decent. And let's get some flat roof and bring it up to 5 here. What I'm going to do is actually not add path along this top part, but allow path to be placed along this top part. So this could be path in theory instead of being this top bit. So we can remove that and we can add it as path instead. But I'm not going to do it for now because I don't think I've got any reason to. But in the design of this castle, it does actually allow for you to do that. If you're building your own one, you can do that as well. But make sure if you are building paths and things that you tend to stick to the whole numbers, because that's where the path will actually be. So just a little tip there. There we go. We're never going to see that again, although I am going to know that we have forgotten to place 2 walls, and everyone else will know, and it will be really frustrating. So let's put them in now before they never get seen again, which, you know, kind of contradicts itself, but, you know, oh well. Okay, there we go. That's our little roofy bits done. We need to also look at the back here. Now, the reason I've done those as untopped walls is because I want to scroll back down and find some topped walls. So, where are they hanging out? There they are, topped walls. Spin them around in position. Boom, boom, there we go. We're going to want some topped doorways as well, preferably without feet. That's good. That's the one. Put those up there. And again, let's get some topped walls, spin it around, and plop them there. There we go. Now, this is our little entrance way. Do we want to put a roof on that, or do we want to leave that as a flat roof? That be the question. I'm going to say we could top it off with 2 little ditty roofs like this. Does that look good? That doesn't look half bad, does it? The other one was building a roof like this, but I'm going to leave it like that. If you think we need to change it, then let me know, and then I'll change it back. Okay, so that is that little bit done. We'll add some texture to that in a bit. Let's continue building the castle-y bit here, or the turret off the edge, whatever this is called. It's the tower. What am I on about? Of course, it's the bloody tower. Right, okay, so windows here. Let's put a window on. Ooh, how many windows should we have? That is also a question. Let's put a window here and ooh, there we go. That is actually how I wanted it. Window there, window there. That kind of looks good, which means we need a window just above this door here to make it fit in, and a window there and there, like so. That window will actually probably disappear. Is that window on the right height? Yeah, it is. Looks like it is. And again, a window here and here. The reason I do that, you'd expect the windows to be on the same height as the door, but it kind of looks better being there, so just going to roll with it. Might change it later, might not. Depends. Okay, so we're going to need some more walls for the top here. These 4 top pieces actually shouldn't be that. They should be the textured version, because they are the top of the tower. So there we go. Spin that round. Textured version. That's not in the right place. There we go. And on top there. Okay, so how I'm going to build this tower is I'm going to take the topped walls and I'm going to finish these bits off as little mini towers, if I can find the right spot. There it is. And it will be here. And then spin them all around. There, and it's going to be here. Cool, so there's little mini towers. Let's also add tops to these bits. And you can kind of see what I'm going for now. It looks a bit more castle-y. Awesome. There we go. And once I finish this tower, I'll start going into a little time-lapse and doing all of the other ones. Because it's basically going to follow the same thereabouts principle. Going to use the special cornered roof slopes here to fit into these gaps like so. There we go. Or should we use the flat cornered roof? Ooh, I'm going to use the flat cornered roof. That makes more sense there, doesn't it? Yep, it does indeed. Here we go, and we'll spin that round there. Spin this around here. Awesome. Let's get the sloped roof back. Spin, spin, spin. Plonk one there. Plonk one there. Plonk one there. I did that in completely the most inefficient way I possibly could. Thick flat bit there. Now we can either leave it like that, or we can stick another pyramid top on. Bam, like that. That kind of gives a running theme of the pyramids on top of there. Okay, so that is basically what the tower is going to look like. I will quickly just fill in this bit, so when you look at it, it looks like there's actually a floor when you're looking through the doorway, instead of just kind of nothing. Again, you'll probably be able to see that through the windows, but It's the little details from the right angle that are the most important and the most crucial. So let's quickly texture this, and you will be able to see what it will eventually all look like. So texturing wise, I keep pressing A. God damn it, I don't want to press A. Texturing wise, we'll get textured wall here. We'll just delete that's the whole corner. Oh well, right, like that. And we'll put that one there. Now we need to find the corresponding pieces that we've just taken out and put in the textured variant. There we go. And now we're getting a little bit of texture into the walls, which is nice. I need the bottom non-bottom bit. Where is it? Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to find these things. It is... no, that's the bottom one. That's the bottom with the top. There it is. Bam. Let's do it like that. And let's also have that in here as well. We'll go back to this one and we'll say we'll go like there. Spin that pop on the top, and we'll put one on the top there. So we're going to need the topped textured version of it, which is not there. No, not there. It is not that one either. Where the top one? There. Textured? No, there. Yeah. Okay, cool. And pop that in there. Let's get some normal textured wall that we had earlier. Actually, we're at textured windows, so let's put in some textured windows. That one can be textured. That one can be textured. That one can be textured. Blonk. That. But. There we go. Right. Yep. And that one. Spin that around there. Put that one in there. Good. And you can also be textured there. That is not what I wanted to do. I didn't want to do that. God dang it. Textured top, where are you? There. That doesn't need to be textured. Non-textured top. There we go. And plop that one like that. Awesome. That one can be textured as well, because screw it. It just needs to look freaking cool. Ba-bam. Ba-bing. There we go. That is the majority of the texturing done. We'll just have 2 textured bits of wall there. And then that is this tower complete. God damn, I wish I could remember where these freaking bits were. Like that. Okay, there we go. That is what the towers are going to look like. So a little bit of texturing around them, brings them to life a little bit, and it kind of looks pretty cool, I hope. Well, let's finish the rest of it off then.